Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's Eric Coffin. I'm here at the pre-PDAC Metal Investors Forum in Toronto. It is February 28th. I'm here with Kroontje, who, of course, is, as many of you know, CEO of San Lorenzo Gold, a very big favorite of mine, company I talk about a lot, company I own quite a bit of, very happily these days. Al presented with me yesterday, and it being after the close, I was able to unveil a bit of stuff that we'll see more formally in a news release tomorrow morning. But I thought maybe we would talk about that since that's the news, if you will. You drilled 4 holes at Cerro Blanco, but most of this current program, at least in terms of number of holes, seems to be focused on Arco de Oro. I mean, you've drilled what, 9 or I guess you're on hole 9 or 10 or something at Arco now.
Yeah, we're on hole 13 of
Okay.
the program, 4 of which were at Cerro. So
Okay,
yes,
hole 9,
9
okay.
at Arco de Oro.
And you've done a few holes. There were huge step outs. I mean, most of the past drilling, the core zone is sort of this 1 kilometer area of the 6 kilometer strike. You have done some stuff. You're drilling right now closer to the core zone, but you also just did some holes, quite a ways away. I mean, 2 or 3 kilometers to the northwest, and it sounds like those have turned out pretty well. You don't have many assays yet, but I mean, it sounds like things went pretty well.
Well, they look very encouraging. We did announce the bottom half of the 9 hole. That's the 6th hole in the
Right.
program. That looks really good. The bottom half bottom half of the hole had 7 different significant intercepts. When you blend them all in, it looks pretty good. We don't have the top of the hole, but we drilled it on IP, and IP seems to be working at Salvador generally. In fact, very well. So last summer, you may recall that we ran a couple of IP lines. One's about 4 kilometers actually northwest of the core zone that we call it, and the other one's about 2.5 kilometers northwest, and we got some really interesting IP anomalies. So that's line D8, we call it.
Right.
And we put a couple holes on that from the same pad, one heading to the northeast and one heading to the southwest. It was the one to the northeast that we released half assays on. We did it, it's a little unconventional admittedly, but we did it because of the impact. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's becoming clear, I guess is a word that I should use that isn't definitive, but it's becoming clear that Arco is much more than a epithermal system. So those holes, well, especially the results that we just released, would support that theory. We clearly can't speak about any of the other holes that we haven't released. We've only released 1/2 of those 9 holes that we've drilled at Arco. So it's going to be an exciting time over the next 2-3 months, as every week or two, there's going to be another series of assays on where we drilled there.
Yeah, I mean, I've had conversations obviously with Terry Walker, VP Exploration, and not letting any cats out of any bags. These were general conversations, but I said to Terry, like, I'm trying to get my head around where you're hitting different things in relation to each other, and he said the only thing that really explains it is it's got to be multi-episodic. It's not like a mineralizing event. It's a mineralizing event, then another one, then another one, then another one. They just kept coming in. I mean, it's look. I mean, I'm obviously biased. I own a crap load of the stock, but Salvador is just to me, it's just an amazing project. I mean, I've seen thousands of projects, and it's one of the better ones I've seen. There's just so much mineralization in this project. There's been so many mineralizing events. It's crazy. Like, it's just amazing that Terry managed to snag this thing by staking. It's mind-boggling, really. But I guess nobody had ever drilled it before you guys came along, really. I mean, there was some artisanal mining here and there, but nobody had really put drill holes in it before you guys came along.
That's right, actually. We're the only people that have drilled on the property. Having said that, Eric, we're a, I guess, 13, 14-year-old overnight success.
Yes, yes.
This didn't come. We've been acquiring land there for a long time, adding to the position, and yeah, it was time to get aggressive with this market in drilling, and clearly we're being rewarded for that. You may recall that we had to construct a fairly long access road into the Cerro Blanco target that we were budget restrained until recently, and that's why we did that about a year ago. And so that's an exciting prospect. ARCO is turning out to be much more than we thought.
Yeah.
And when we look at all the targets that are on that property package, there's Cabaya Muerto as well that really looks interesting, and so does Tres Amigos. So we're really excited about the year to come, where we're really going to get aggressive in making sure we delineate what's going on at Cerro Blanco and Arco de Oro, but also test Cabaya Muerto and Tres Amigos.
Yeah, I mean, well, in case viewers are wondering, I'm one of the guys that's been bugging Al. I'm very happy that these guys will just be, I don't know, next week probably closing a $20 million financing at 250 something, whatever it was. But I'm happy to see that financing, basically because that gives them the budget to go for it. And last time I talked to Terry, it was just like, we got to get you 10 geos, 5 drills, and maybe a throne to sit on and direct everything from. You can be the geo deity, pointing and telling guys what to do. And he's like, yeah, I'm down for that. Like, sounds good to me. And I realize, I mean, that's the downside of, the upside of a bull market. Obviously, is the market can reward you. You can get the kind of increase in market cap that's around the scene. The downside of bull markets like this is always that it gets really tough to find personnel, really tough to find geos, tough to find drills. I mean, I know you guys, like, your assay turnarounds have been not so great, and it's not like I know where your stuff goes. You're not shipping it to some hole-in-the-wall lab. You're shipping it to the world's biggest lab group, one of the biggest operations of the world's biggest lab group, and still you get a turnaround like this. I mean, this kind of reminds me of 2012, and not in a good way, where everything just got ridiculous when it came to turnarounds. But that's a bull market. That's how it is.
Well, I mean, nobody should be surprised when I say that I was really hoping that we could release the full holes of those 2 holes up on line D8 that we drilled, and we just simply didn't have the assays. We still don't as of this afternoon. But it's a challenging thing. It's a challenging thing as well to get people. We're actively in the hunt for people that will round out our team so we can get much more aggressive on a property that just continues to amaze. Every time we drill, we run into mineralization. So really, it's a lot about this property, and we're very fortunate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of it's about Salvador, and give him his due, a lot of it's about Terry, too, the guys.
Absolutely.
The guy's batting average is about 950. Like, it's ridiculous. The guy doesn't miss.
He's got a good understanding of it, and boy, he's a wonderful quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's great. I mean, you like you said, 13-year overnight success. I mean, I love seeing stories like this where, good guys like you and Terry, where the market finally gives you guys your due. I just think it's a great story. I mean, they're gonna, as fast as they can get people and get rigs. And I guess is the IP crew back yet? I know he wants to do a whole bunch of IP too.
We are going to do a lot of IP on, especially Cerro Blanco, but also at Arco, where we have older IP down in the core zone area that we didn't have a budget to test those IP anomalies.
Right.
I'd point out that right now, as we're recording this, we are drilling a hole, as I mentioned, the 13th in this program, that is testing one of those IP targets that we've been sitting on for a while. We've been doing the shallower drilling, testing the epithermal systems, and we have some very interesting information from that. But now we're testing IP anomalies underneath, and well, not necessarily that deep, that need to be tested. So that is part of what we're doing right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, hopefully you can find the people and find the rigs. I mean, you've got the money now. I mean, I can't overstate it. Like, yeah, I know the stock's like 350 or whatever it is now. I mean, I was buying this and buying a lot of it when it was a tiny fraction of that price, but I still think the stock's got good upside even here. I mean, this is just such a great project. I'm expecting a ton of good news and good drill holes from 4 or 5 separate target areas through this year. I mean, this is a great story. I mean, this is something you really need to be following. If you're not, you really need to be paying attention. So San Lorenzo Gold, SLG on the venture, SNGLF, I think, in the U.S.
SNL.
SNLGF.
That's
Yeah,
right.
SNLGF, QB. Yeah, you guys got to be on this story. If you're not following this, you're missing out. You got to pay attention. Great story. Thanks for coming by, Al.
I think we're just getting going, Eric.
Yeah.
You know, it's still early days, and our success rate is wonderful, and it's very interesting what's going on right now. And thank you for kind words.
Yeah, as always. Thanks very much.